Hello, welcome back to Reese's Attic. Well, it is January the 28th, so we have just about 2 weeks to get a Valentine's craft done or project. What I'm doing this year is I'm taking 2 boxes that I had last year. Last year, my Valentine gave me 2 boxes of candy. Wasn't that sweet? He gave me this box of candy first. Isn't that a lovely box? I saved it because it was so lovely. Who would want to get rid of something that pretty? And I'm like, well, what will I ever do with a Valentine box? And then when I was trying to make some room earlier, a couple of days ago on some shelves, I saw these up there and I says, you know what? I got to do something with these in a hurry. So what I'm going to do is there's a repair and I'll show you what I've got to do to get them ready. I'm going to fill them full of candy and I'm going to give them away. So this box and this box was full of, this was box number 2. Of course, my sweet darling Valentine loves chocolates just as much as anybody else does. So we shared all of these wonderful gifts that he gave me. But this box here creates a problem in that I would have loved to have kept this open to look at. But the front of this box is painted in a matte paint. It's not shiny at all, and if you even touch it with hands that you've got lotion on, it leaves an imprint of your hand. The bad part about it too, it also has the Godiva name on it there, and I'm not going to be giving away Godiva. I might buy some Godivas and give them away, but it's not going to be a box of exclusively Godiva. I would have loved to have kept this, but this had to go. And then the prints, plus it had a ribbon on it that was adhered with double-sided tape. And the double-sided tape is left gooiness right here on each side. And I can't get it off with the magic eraser or with oil. When I tried the oil, it just soaked into the matte paint around it, so it's kind of like made the situation worse. So what I have decided to do is 2 to 3 years ago, I bought this from Hobby Lobby. Is it their paint studio? Paper Studio. That's their products. And it's normally $19.99. Of course, most time it's on sale. You buy this stuff when it's on sale. Also, at that same time, I bought some, I really don't know what to name it, but it matches the paper. And it's a roll, a ribbon-like paper. Now, what I've done is of course, because the bottom of this fits inside, it's a wee bit smaller than the exterior box. So I used this as the template, and I cut out from my 12 by 12 paper this beautiful, lovely, rosy heart with a black background, and my tape also has a black background. I'm going to adhere that to the front. I'm going to put a sentiment right here. I'm going to take this tape all around the edge. I don't know. I might just leave that pretty edge there. I mean, after all, it is a beautiful gold, right? I probably should leave that on there. Now, on this other box, isn't that beautiful? This first box. It was gorgeous. I loved it. And when I got it, I says, I've got to keep this. Most definitely, I kept it. I had no idea what I'd ever do with it. And then when he got me the second box, I was like, wow, I got to keep it too. And so here we go. Now we've got two of these beautiful boxes. And the only problem with this one was the top of the box has the Russell Stover name. I'm going to take some of that ribbon, paper ribbon, and I'm going to go around the whole exterior of this. It also, I don't remember when that happened, but the tip end of it got crushed. So I pressed it out as best as I could, glued it, and I put a clamp on it, clamped it down just as tight as I could, and left it there for a sufficient amount of time as to be clamped now and hopefully healed in place. So I'm going to put the black rose paper around here and cover up all that. And that's my project. So let's get to it. All right, here we are getting started on the Valentine project. Now, like I said, I took the bottom part of the box and I laid it down on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and it just did fit this part, and the bottom part, which you can't see from this angle. Okay, so I took a pencil, went around, and I took my little itty bitty, very maneuverable scissors by We Are Memory Keepers, and I cut around it. The next thing we're going to do is apply it so that it does cover up all of that matte pink paint that's on the top of here, and hopefully, prayerfully, get it centered on here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it would be nice if it could be good. And I'm going to do double-sided tape because I don't know if glue will work. So we're going to do double-sided tape. Here we go. Let's say a prayer. I've been using for a while this Amazon Basics double-sided tape. It's pretty wide. It's pretty maneuverable. All right, let's see if we can get this done. Looks like I've made a wee bit of a faux pas right there. I'm going to put just a wee bit of glue underneath that, press it down, and leave it like that. That looks pretty good for an exterior. And I think I am going to keep the, what do you think? Should I do the exterior in this, or leave it gold? I think I'm going to leave it gold, and I'm going to put my sentiment right here. And I'll be finished with that. All right. I cut off a piece of the tape earlier. That's probably about 6 to 8 inches longer than what I need. And I think I will start right here and just go all the way around. If I do it in double-sided tape, I'll have to do a section at a time. Even if I did it in glue, I think I'd have to do it a section at a time. So let's just get started with the double-sided tape and see what happens. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a crease like this. Yeah, that's pretty much right. And I'm just going to do it like that to start off with. Now you'll remember the reason why I'm doing this is to cover over the Russell Stover part and to cover up that little bit of a crushed tear on it. And we will start on like a good crisp V. I did wipe it down, the edge. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty decent, but I have already gone in at an angle. We don't want to go in at an angle. There we go. It's going to be difficult because, like I say just about in every video that I make, I am totally new at paper crafting, and I'm totally nervous at everything that I do, because I'm like, is it going to turn out all right? And since I'm doing it first time right here on the video, I do worry about it turning out decently. Okay. Arches. Kind of like mold it with my fingers. My husband Roland my Valentine since 1984. He's not a sentimental kind of guy, and when he got me these, okay, I'm going to try to do it just as, it's got dots on there so I can kind of Make it as even as possible. But my husband, he's not the real sentimental type. He doesn't surprise me with a lot of stuff. When he got these for me, it meant a lot to me. It was during 2021. We had had a lot of health issues, and COVID was still lingering around with folks. And he got this. It meant a lot to me that he thought of me. There we go. Look at that. Now, what I'm going to do with these edges, I'm just going to glue them down, I think. Just going to press them and glue them down. What do you think? Alright, I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll come back to you in just a minute. Alright. Everything's finished except for putting the tissue paper, fluffing it up in the bottom of the box, and putting the chocolates and the hard candies in. Alright, the one that started it all, the lovely Russell Stover box that my significant Valentine, my husband, got me last year. Now what I did with it, and it is a little bit difficult to open because it's tighter now. The edge of the paper tape, I just pulled it back, and this very fine point of my art glitter glue bottle, I just squirted a little bit of glue down in that crack. I took my fingers and I folded it over as I went. Now, that would squeeze out glue. So I had a little wipe, and I wiped it up after I was finished. But it looks really nice, I think. It is a wee bit tighter than when it was originally made. But the little crushed in and the Russell Stover has now been covered up. I think it ended up really nicely. Can't wait to give this away. This has got a name on it. Let's see if I can cover the name up. Okay. I did some cutouts, placed them in the middle, and I put a little purpley magenta colored diamond there. And I did it in my own handwriting. Even though my handwriting is not the best, when you give it to somebody who loves you, they like having things in your handwriting. So you may want to consider that, even if your handwriting is like mine and not the best. See? And I even practiced. I got a piece of paper over here where I practiced. My handwriting, one of the things I say a lot is my hands shake. So it doesn't hardly ever really come out the way I want it to. But again, I'm going to tissue paper in the bottom, fluff it up, put the hard and the chocolate candies in there. Now the inside of this, originally I was going to put this on the outside. I decided not to when I remembered the beautiful paper that I. Okay, so here you go. Don't throw away your boxes that you get this Valentine's Day. Save them till next year. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me, spending part of your day with me. I appreciate you. God bless you again. Have a great day.